I've been getting back into mock building lately, and I wanted to challenge myself with my next couple of builds. I did some investigative research on YouTube, and I've been seeing a lot of people doing these time challenges lately, and I thought to myself, f it, why the hell not? My goal is to make 3 different builds that progressively get larger, all based around the Clone Wars. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a sippy, and enjoy as I build these Clone Wars mocks all in one day. So for the first build, I'm starting off with a 16x16 plate, and I'm starting off with a lot of people's favorite arcs from the Clone Wars, the Battle of Umbara. And I'm going to be featuring one of their favorite ARC troopers, 5s. And before anyone goes in the comments, no, Pong Krell will not be featured in this mock because all my homies hate Pong Krell. For this first build, since it's on Umbara, I really wanted to incorporate those black kind of vines we see coming out of the ground. So I made them using these flexible tube pieces and some 1x1 round bricks. I also found some other tiny black small pieces that I could use to kind of add emphasis to that. So I kind of scattered those out through the build as well. And then finally, I made the walkway they end up getting ambushed on. And I ended up making it with some rounded plates and tiles and some transparent blue pieces. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. All that was left to do was add my minifigures. I got my Clone Army Customs 5s figure. I prefer him over the 25th anniversary minifigure from Lego. That's just my own personal opinion. I can get into that a whole nother time. But I placed him in there and I was happy with the final result. Now you can't have a Clone Wars build without Obi-Wan and Grievous fighting in some way, shape, or form. So that's what I did here with my second build. So I made a 32x32 plate and I got building from there. I made a nice little border just like you saw on the first one, and I tried some new building techniques that you see with the buildings in the background of the mock. I'm also going to be using a brick built General Grievous on this one. I think this build is sick and I would highly suggest checking out my reel if you haven't seen how it's made yet. That being said, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I was happy that I could finally use that General Grievous in a build. I incorporated a bunch of the old 212th Battle Pack troopers in there. I got Cody in there as well, and I also put in Waxer and Boyle as a little Easter egg up top, ready to, lob a grenade on Grievous and these battle droids and really get the battle going. Let me know which one of these is your favorite so far, and let's get into the third and final build. So I'll be real here, I really bit off more than I could chew with this last build. I was like, these first 2, I've only done them in like 2 hours. It was super easy. And so I decided to make this one bigger than I had originally anticipated. And goddamn, was that a stupid decision? Because I spent the next like 6 hours making this build. It pretty much consumed my whole day because I'm like, well, I'm just going to do this all in one day. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but man, was this one time consuming. So in the Clone Wars intro scene, we see this little hallway in a Venator where Kit Fisto and Plo Koon are like back to back fighting battle droids. And that's the only time we see them fighting together in the whole Clone Wars, at least that I can remember. So I decided to use them for this third and final mock. I also got some inspiration from an old comic. There's this old comic where Plo Koon and Kit Fisto are in like a Republic prison, but they're just beating the out of like Republic prisoners, and it makes no sense. It's like really out of context and out of character for these guys. So I took that original concept, and instead of having, Plo Koon and Kit Fisto beat the crap out of some guy who is just stealing bread to feed his family, they're going to be killing battle droids in order to save some clones. So I made this dark and dreary planet that looks like it would have a prison on it, and in order to add some color, I gave a little laser bridge and a lava kind of moat in the middle of it so that there was some sort of color that you would see as opposed to just dark gray everywhere. I added a little command station as well with this really cool antenna so that the separatists could communicate over what's happening at this imprisonment. And I also made some clones in these orange jumpsuits I had lying around. They're from an old, I think like Mighty Miners set. And they're just kind of digging on rocks and working away while Plo Koon and Kit Fisto come in with their phase 1 troopers and try to liberate them from the droid occupancy. Now, of course, I had to use my American Bricks Kit Fisto on this one, but I also wanted to upgrade my Plo Koon, so I swapped out the legs and the arms so it could look more accurate to the Clone Wars version. Sadly, his torso did crack a little bit. but I am happy with how he looks. But after setting up my minifigures, I was really happy with the way this finished up, and it was really cool to see these Jedi on action, ready to save some clones. But let me know, out of the 3 Mocs you've seen today, which one is your favorite? I built all of these in one day. It was very time consuming, but I did enjoy myself, and I am actually really happy with the results for all 3 of them. But I would love to hear which one is your favorite in the comments below. Now, if you like this video, make sure to check out some of the other builds on my channel. I have one that I released last week of my Jedi Temple Moc, and I also have a playlist for a build I made for Brick's Cascade a couple years back. I have a bunch of more stuff in the works, a lot of Lego orders coming in that I'm super excited to talk about, so keep an eye out for those. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for swinging by the cantina today.